Declutter's Delight for Life. I'm glad you're here. Sorry for a couple of days' absence, but I don't think you would have heard me very well through sniffles and a whole bunch of other things as we have this holiday season. Christmas was what it was, but I'm going to still be celebrating my holidays just like you guys are. And we're all going to, move on from here. And, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas or whatever holidays you celebrate. And, that, decluttering our way to a new life. How many people want to think about having a new life? I know the new year is coming on to us and there's lots of resolutions that happen, but really, you can do a resolution or a change at any time of year, not just at the new year, but you know, it's a change whenever you want to change. I know for myself, change happens when I make a choice about whether I want to change. Change because it happens because I want to change. And, sometimes it happens now, sometimes it takes time, sometimes it takes being shoved because we do have a problem. Maybe we're morbidly obese, we're alcoholic, or have other addictions, sexual, or we are dealing with, a relationship addiction or addiction to abuse and not knowing how to get out of it. There are so many factors that, go into decluttering as a way of new life that, we have to make that choice, even if that choice is just reaching out for help. And for a lot of folks, that is the first choice. I know for me, that was my first choice because I was given two choices back when I was morbidly obese with 494 pounds. It was either go buy a coffin or lose the weight. It was pretty much a big factor about, whether I was going to live or die. I went along and was following a program, but you know, I still fought it. I still wanted to compulsively overeat, but I didn't. I lost 250 pounds on my own, and I was still having health problems. But the one thing I did do was I didn't give up. And that when you make that choice, you have to make that choice not to give up. There's a lot of times we do want to give up, but you have to be the captain of your own ship. For a lot of folks, we all slip back into old ways, but the only way we slip back into old ways is because of old thinking patterns, old belief patterns. And, realizing that, then if you don't want to go back into old patterns or lose things, you can lose things financially, relationship wise, all sorts of things. So think about, decide what you want to change and change it. Change it in that moment and say, hey, I don't want this anymore. Then how do you want to see things change happen? Do you want to see going to a 12-step program? Do you want to see yourself reaching out to a therapist? Do you want to see yourself going to a program that will assist you to go in the right direction? All these are or groups that will assist you. Or you come to me to assist you too, which I have stuff coming out that will help to assist you because having been in many places in my life, weight loss, sexual abuse, abuse by ex-husbands, all sorts of crazy stuff that's gone on in my life, as you know, as I've gone through this Facebook Live, that, I've had at many turning points. If you understand what I mean by a turning point to me is like a pathway. you're at a fork in the road. One pathway leads to much more positive way, much what or leads to a negative way. So when you stand at that turning point, you can decide to yourself, do you want the route that will lead you to a positive life, or do you want to lead your life to a negative life? I definitely want to lead myself to that positive life and not even knowing sure what it is. And yes, a lot of times that when we want to change, we are stepping off into the unknown. And that's not an easy task because we all want to stay in the familiar, even if it's negative, because it feels comfortable. It's like, sitting in a pile of dung. And for a lot of folks, you know what I mean. And that's not a comfortable feeling. It may feel warm and everything, but once you get out, it's quite stinky. And a lot of folks don't want to be around that. And a lot of folks don't want to be around that kind of energy. Want to be around people that are positive and give off good energies. And that's a blessing for you all guys. And I want you to understand that, when you decide to change, that is a biggie because you're going to change your whole life. You're going to change if you're dealing with physical issues, you're going to change those. Even if they may seem permanent, they may not necessarily stay permanent. When you have to move beyond that, when you have to think they're going to stay in your mind forever, they don't. Or when they're going to stay in your emotional, that you're going to stay stuck there forever, you're not going to stay stuck there forever. Or in your spirit, which is a biggie for me, having a spirituality issue that, when I'm down the dumpers, I have to take care of that. And, dealing with a whole bunch of stuff when you're thrown at you, it's a very difficult thing for anybody to do because we want to give up upon believing that there's something out there that can help us. And you really have to see yourself as, yes, I would have to put in your mind is say, yes, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And you got to have that mindset that, yes, you can do it. Because if you have that kind of mindset, then you know what? The last thing I like to say is carry through with things. And when you can carry out through things, all these different things that you made choices on, then you're off into blue. Now, there's an old saying, if you haven't familiar with, it's called the Blue Angels in the Air Force. They fly very closely together, but never touch, and really never make any mistakes. So if you're willing to carry out what you've thought through or maybe planned, I always like the idea of a little planning, goes a long way to carrying things out and making sure they're in action. And to me, carrying them out is action. And that's what speaks louder than words to anybody, to the world itself, to yourself. And you know what? No matter what our backgrounds are, if we can speak loud enough, have those actions that we carry out, possibly, from a negative background, that can definitely override any of that. Believe me, including myself, having come from a difficult background, you can. So, with that, I want you guys to understand that, life is too short. So, declutter your way to a new life. So, think of all these things that I've spoke about. You know, decide what you want to change. How do you want to change it? And carry through. And if you could think about these things, you could definitely declare your way to a new life. A new life. You know, one day you could be sitting in, um, I'll be extreme, sitting somewhere where you have nothing. The next you know, you're a homeowner, you got a family, you got people that love you, you got friends. To me, that's a biggie, and you feel a lot different inside. So think about all those things. So with that, I wish you a great Declutter Your Life for life. Have peace and tranquility and hope and love, and let there be peace in your eyes and hope and compassion and love and peace. You can reach me at ddflrocks at gmail.com or on Messenger, or if you know, there's also Andrea at 84th Street Rocks, just like it sounds, just like it sounds. That's Andrea, Andrea, at 84th Street Rocks.com, just like it sounds. And got something coming your way in the next couple weeks. So get ready to hear it and look for something life changing. So remember that with this, it'll help you to begin to declare your way to a new life. And with that, you all have a great night and blessings to you all.